What's up, everybody? Okay, so today we're going to talk about breathing, as I was just doing. A couple things. This is about getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is about resetting the system. This is about getting through those long stretches of the holidays or other times when you're being bombarded by these thoughts coming up from this difficult situation you are in. Wim Hof breathing, ice baths. Now I'm going to do an ice bath for you at some point. I just don't have it, but we're going to talk about breathing today. Now, this is an intense thing. A couple things: if you have a medical condition, high blood pressure, heart, etc., weight issues, whatever, consult your doctor or use your common sense. Okay, I'm relying on you to care for yourself. Now, you can also go dip your toe into some of this and then pull back if it's too much, because this is an intense experience. This is really going out to you guys who want to have some background, right? Perhaps, but want to shake things up. And it's about, like I said, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. So Wim Hof breathing, you might have heard of it. If you haven't, Google it. Hoff, last name, Wim, Wim, first name. Awesome guy. Has a whole great story about him. Plenty of content out there that he's done. He has an app. He's awesome. He has retreats. You can go the whole line. There are also people that do the practice and can talk to you about it. I don't do this every day. I do it a few times a week, 2-3 times maybe, when I want to reset. And other people don't recommend it. Maybe they'll do it once a month or not at all. I'm just telling you what I do, and I believe in trying different things, okay, and pushing the envelope. Now, all right, you know what? I'm just going to do it, then we'll talk more after. So I just did 3 rounds of 50 for you guys, and then the mic died. So I'm going to just do one basic and then show you what I do and how it progresses from there. So basically, as Wim says, he's like, just breathe, MFer, right? So you're breathing in, you're breathing out. You can go through all the science and data through him, content he's put out there. It's about oxygenating the blood, carbon dioxide as the transporter of all these systems and everything. And what we're doing is we're taking deep breaths. All right. In this case, I'm doing 50. I do 3 rounds. Prescribed is, he also talks about 4 and 5 rounds. That's totally fine. At the end of that 50th breath, you could do 60 or you could do 25 or 10 just to touch the energy of this, put your foot in the water, as they say. But at the end of whatever cycle you do, 30, 40, 50, 60, you breathe out everything and you hold. Now, if you want, you can time yourself. And you'll feel things rise up in you. That's the juice, baby. So let that be. And then breathe in when you need to and hold that for 15 seconds. Then repeat the round. So it would look like this. I'll do 5. I usually do 50, as I say. I'll do 5 as an exploratory and show you. So nothing really magical to it. Just... I think that's 5. I'll do one more. I hold, and I let that play out in myself. Then when I need to, I could time myself, but when I need to, breathe in for 15 seconds and hold. At the end of that 15 seconds, breathe out, and here we go again. Breathing in the belly up to the chest and release. Wim says like a wave, but honestly, do whatever you can. If you find yourself moving a bit, that's fine. There's no, prescribed, well, there is a prescribed way, but honestly, just breathe. Come up. All right. Now, let's say I'm at my 3rd round, 4th round, whatever you do. I breathe out, right? Now, at this point, you can either, what I do is I'll either do it this way or I'll breathe in, hold for 15 seconds, then do a few more breaths out and go into this. But let's say you're at your last round. I breathe out. He likes to go over and do some push-ups with the breath out. So breathing out, and then you go into your push-ups, holding your breath and breathe in. I know what you're thinking if you're not familiar with this stuff. That's crazy, yeah, but you're going to be able to do more push-ups than you ever have before, or at least twice as many as you think you can at that time. And your body's like this. It's just like energized, okay? For me, what I've started doing, Wim likes the plank in the morning. He does a 5-minute. So what I'll do is I'll finish off and just go right into it, or I'll come up and I'll go take 5 more or something, breathe out, then go into my plank like so, or plank here, whatever. I'm going to leave it to him and your curiosity to find out the science and everything, but it's really about, again, oxygenating and carbon dioxide in the blood and balancing those out, carbon dioxide being the transporter of oxygen and these other elements, okay? But you will feel this. And I encourage you guys, I'm talking to the guys who are looking to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, who are willing to take that ice bath, who are willing to put on weight and ruck and everything. Be smart, but go there. And when those stars and things start energizing the body, it's intense and it just clears you. Again, I don't know if I do this every day. It's, jury's out on that. And I'll do it, like I said before, I would do an ice bath for you. I don't have a tub, but I think I have done one for you. But getting in the ice bath like Wim does, or a cold shower, that just energizes you, okay? I have a good friend who I've been talking to the bath about for a long time, and he started actually doing it, and he's loving it. Let's talk quickly about why we do this, all right? Now, are we doing this to show off, to be cool, or to put a Band-Aid on something? That can all be in it, but really what it's about, being uncomfortable with the comfortable. Being comfortable with the uncomfortable is about taking this out into the world, bro. So you guys who are still with me probably get this. But no matter what you're doing, whether it be the Wim breathing, the working out and everything, the idea is, how do you take that into the rest of your life? So if I'm meditating, that can be very uncomfortable, right? But what I want to know about is not about the meditation. I want to know how you brush your teeth that night. When I'm doing yoga, I do a lot of Bikram yoga. Again, that's a lot of pushing and intense, but other forms of yoga as well. I'm always interested in how I roll the mat up at the end, or how I drive to yoga or home from yoga. Because I see people, and in myself, I can feel that energy. Do a beautiful yoga class, breathing, then chill, and then get in your car and haul ass beeping home, or some dude was lighting up a cigarette on the way home. The point is to bring this into the rest of our lives, okay? And that brings us into the idea of surrender and letting go. I want to front load this for the holidays coming up, because that can be a long stretch and tough, and I want to give you guys tools for that. So this would be great to work on, right? It's Friday after Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving Day. I've been solo a few times. I have kids, they're not here, they're with mom. That's changed now because of I think a lot of the work I've done, and she's been gracious and responded to that. We can get into that later, but the point is, you're in the trenches, and I want to talk to you right now, like I started this thing about. So it's about when you get those texts from her, or you don't get them back from her, or you're triggered by a thought here, or you're walking down the street back from work before a holiday or whenever, and you see people holding hands, and maybe they have a family, and I've been there, and I can tell stories about that. That is what this is for. Obviously, this I think makes you healthy, all this stuff too, but it's really about when you can sit in that ice bath and then calm yourself and be with it. Maybe even have fun and find joy in that moment. Then you can let go of that text that comes by. Or you're about to approach your boss about vacation time or a raise or ask a girl out or you have a sports event coming up or whatever things happen, fall out upon your path in life. To use these things and get them into your nervous system about surrender and letting go. Now, what does that mean? Letting go. How am I going to let go if I'm trying to deadlift weight, bench press weight, give a speech? Well, you're not letting go of the action. You're letting go of your, one would say, your unhealthy blocking reaction. Okay? So if I'm doing a physical activity, finishing a ruck with weight or, again, bench pressing or asking the boss for a raise, I feel these things come up, but the ability to be comfortable in that discomfort and letting go of what is blocking you. And what is blocking you, you don't need to go hunting for it. It's going to rise up. She's going to say no. The boss is going to say no to my raise. She's going to say, who are you, if you ask her out, or whatever she says. Or deadlift, I don't want to be here. Maybe my ankle has issues, isn't strong. Whatever it is, you let go of that in the moment. You don't lose consciousness. You have an awareness that is far smarter and plugged into the thinking mind. Thinking mind's great for logistics, like I'm supposed to fly out of here where I am today and the flight keeps getting canceled. So number one, I let go of that. And number two, I use my mind to say, okay, what time do I have to get to the airport? If they cancel again, I have to drive over to Tampa and get a flight out of there. Versus, what is this? Now I got to drive to Tampa. I'm going to be late for that party. Right? That's rumination to me. Thinking is, okay, get to Tampa at 9:30, flight's at 11:30, right? Rumination is burning down the house. Okay, so that's the stuff we let go of. Michael Singer, Untethered Soul, etc. Should get that. Now, as I keep rolling into these holidays, because I get emails, people are worried about it. Use this time. Kevin and I have talked about this. Use this time to plot out kind of what you're going to be doing, working out, etc. But definitely there's that phase if you're going to work and train, and Kevin talked about this, you can train really hard and that's great for getting the energy out, but then you're back at square one a couple hours later. When you're training, if you can simulate, okay, I'm here, I'm letting go of the limitations, I'm going to carry this attitude into the rest of the day, happiness and joy are up to yourself, right? And letting go of things. She writes something, let it go. I'm going to let this go. And even if you can't, I want to let this go. I want to have the ability to let this go, right? And then you feel a lot clearer. I would love to do a Zoom with you guys where we talk about letting go and we actually go through it because it's an experiential thing. You don't know it until you actually do it because you have all these blocks like ego, fear, but when we can let those go, it's so powerful. I know I'm rambling, but I feel like this is a good tangent. So let's go back to the breathing. The breathing is ultimately about letting go, right? I was thinking the other day, we give so little attention to the breathing, but so much to our thinking. Yet, if we stop thinking, would we die? No, because our awareness would protect us, right? We're not going to walk into an airplane propeller if we're not thinking because we're still aware. All right? Do you get that? But if we stop breathing, we die. Right? So why not give our focus on our breathing twice as much as I'm thinking. I'd love to explore all this with people who are interested. So email us at divorcestrong@yahoo.com. This just came to me, and we'll do a Zoom where we'll run through this. Now, to let go, sometimes you need to talk to somebody. Therapy's cool. Absolutely do that. I have my opinions on that, but ultimately they're there to help you let go as well. It's just a different path, I think. All right, so let's round this out. And please leave me your comments and questions, and let's build a little community where you're helping each other. I am just a guide. I'm not a guru. Trust me, I struggle with this stuff happily, joyfully, every day. My life is devoted to letting go of what comes up inside me. And the training I do, the ice baths or the rucking, which is weight on a hike, or the Wim Hoff breathing, are ways to get me to the same place, or the meditation, to that place of surrender and letting go. And again, I'm not talking about, oh, you're going to berate me and rip me apart and I'm just going to do nothing, and let you physically harm me. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is letting go of things. Let me dig myself out of the hole I just made. So Singer was saying, Michael Singer, that maybe you're at work and the boss is lighting into you. He looks at the boss, right? Other people are like, why is he doing, oh my God, whatever, or F you, back and forth. But he's like, you're speaking these sounds and I can actually understand this other human talking to me, right? That's like higher level. That's like we're on this planet spinning in the middle of darkness, right? And how thankful we are. If we were on Mars or the moon, there's nothing going on here. But here we have all this life, okay? I'm going off on a tangent again. But anyway, I care about you guys. I just want to do what I can to help you and understand that I'm here for you. And Kevin and I are here for you. Divorcestrong@yahoo.com. Any questions, comments, and just trying to guide each other through this. I love this place I go to train some. We do yoga and some training. And the instructors a lot of times are in the classes, but they also lead the classes. I love that system, that layout, because we're all students and really just guides for one another. And you only rise as high as your teacher. A guide, though, shows you what's out there, and then you go to where you wish to go. Your limitations are dictated by you. It's kind of cool, right? Okay. I thought that was a pretty fun talk. Let's talk again soon. Peace. Maybe I'll throw out one of these before, some more of this content as we go into the holidays a little deeper. Peace, everybody. Thank you so much.